Good morning, everybody. And to some of you, welcome back. Although, no, actually, I suspect it's welcome back to everybody who is currently watching. Hello, how are you doing? Hope your week is going well. Where are we? Well, obviously it's the long dark. I was very tempted to do what I did, was it earlier this morning or last night, and say something like, welcome back to Infinity Nikki, but I don't think that joke works twice. So, the current situation is, for whatever reason, I did hunt a bear yesterday, and a big chunk of it is now stuffed into a meat curing box. Although much discussion has revealed the best meat to stuff in a meat curing box is actually wolf, because it gains calories due to game dynamics. However, wolf I have, and bear I have, and therefore bear it shall be. Good morning, Danny. How are you doing? Hello, Peanut, and hello, Lola. And for the uninitiated, those are two of Danny's cats and the only ones I have names for. And I could not possibly be expected to remember more than that without a long list, I suspect. So, anyway, while I was fiddling around with dead bear and salt and this kind of thing, I thought, there's no reason why I shouldn't build another meat curing box. So that's what I'm going to do, and that necessitated hunting fur. That's the wood, not the animal covering, just to make sure that we've understood this. Now the problem is that fur, again the wood, not the animal covering, is in short supply, and the usual sources for it where I am are not where I expected. So I'm a bit short at the moment. But there is a possible solution to that, and we'll see whether I actually implement it. I am also Pseudo! Good morning, Pseudo! Hello, how are you? Nice to have you in chat once more. Now I'm... Hello, Anna! Unexpectedly chatting from Twitch, I see. Well, that'll kick up my Twitch averages. So, now I'm completely thrown off what I was going to say. Therefore, I shall not bother, and I shall get on with it. Oh, I was about to say, yes, due to posts on the Discord, I am highly tempted to start putting a cozy twist on this, which I had not previously considered. Do I have food on me? Of course I don't have food on me, do I? I asked, yeah, well, you know why I asked. I hope it's working for you.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
There could be a bear right over there, and I would never see it. And once again, I find myself inadvertently rhyming. Why does everything rhyme with bear? Oh, that's the other thing I kind of need. That's pemmican. Fresh deer hide, fresh bear hide, more fresh wolf, salt, yeah. Oh. Going to need more salt. Where's my bed gone? Oh, that way. I'm very glad that worked. I did want to make sure it doesn't actually show up on my subs list. So I just wanted to make sure that you had got that. That is the closest I can do to saying thank you for all your assistance. Sleep. Where did I put the fur? Again, that's the wood, not the animal covering. I'm going to keep making that joke, aren't I, entirely too frequently. I'm going to have to watch that. Why can't they insist that this stuff be made out of cedar?
It's getting kind of heavy.
Actually, now that I was going to say, now that I think of it, cedar as a meat curing box might add undesirable flavors to it, but fur would as well. So I don't think that's correct. It's that I can give very little in terms of thanks, so that's about as much as I can do. I need an aurora. I don't need to go out wandering around again. I need an aurora. Hello, Pseudo, aka Cookie Bender. I'm gonna have to ask, how do you bend a cookie? But I'm not sure I necessarily want to know the answer. Morning, Eugene. I'm assuming, Eugene, it was you who posted pictures of your cozy Quonset hut on Discord. Because now you've got me thinking of doing the same thing. It's not something I had previously considered, and now I'm considering it. And it gives me an excuse for not having to do things like wander off into the wild blue yonder. And I'm no good at building, so this will be a challenge. It has opened my eyes, to be honest, as to what is possible in terms of decorations. So yes, I'm definitely tempted to do that. So I got a suspicion what I may end up doing is dismantling half of the Quonset hut to make room for all shelves, wardrobes, beds, that kind of thing. Yay, daytime. So, where did I put my... Ah, there it is. There's my 9 fur, and I need 10. However, the question was asked yesterday, do I really need 6 hatchets? I'm afraid the simple answer to that one is no, I probably don't. So I am going to take the expert's advice and... Where's my hatchets? I just picked... Oh, here we go. I am going to harvest it. Eugene the Nuka Goblin. For half a second I thought that said Hobgoblin. So now I have 10 fur. Isn't 10 fur a character from Warframe? Let's see, how much salt do I have? Excuse me while I rapidly click.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Apparently, I don't have enough. I don't have quite enough salt. Oh, please don't tell me I'm going to have to go back to the mine. I don't want to do that. Oh well. Oh boy, look at me crawl. I'm going to have to go back to the mine. I don't want to go back to the mine. The mine is on the way to potential disaster. And actually, I need to add some salt to this too.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Oh, okay. The reason I don't want to go to the mine is because of the bear that mauled me last time I was in that vague sort of area. I don't want to go to... I really don't want to go to the mine. It's not my favorite place in the world anymore. Do I have any choice? Not really. It's the only place I know where I can get salt. Yeah. Yeah, but the trader has not cooperated lately, so... Well, I say the trader hasn't cooperated. No, the weather hasn't cooperated, so... Okay, I can't do anything with that. Good to know. I think the rest of this you can get rid of, can't you? And I happen to know that there is salt in the mine because last time I was there,
I can carry much more.
I picked some up. Well, no, there was stuff available. That's what I mean. So, what's the safest way of getting to the mine without running into trouble? Actually, I might go along the ice. Ah. Except for the prevalence of wolves. Yes. Gotcha. I will bear that in mind. It is safe to say... No, you know what? If I go that way, that's going to notice me. So I guess I'm just going to have to bite on the proverbial. I do have bullets to bite on, of course, but don't think they're going to help me in this case. Well, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If you haven't played this game, you've got no idea how nerve-wracking it can be travelling along an area where you have encountered Mr. Tooth and Claws before. What do you want to bet this is fur? Yes, it would be. Because I've encountered him before in this immediate region. Which means I'm going to go around, I think. Because I do not particularly fancy... Ooh, can I climb this? I can. Ooh. Ah, now, this is useful. I never even thought of trying this. Huh. I have... Thank you, Anna. I might have to lay an ambush at some point. Especially as sooner or later I'm going to end up shooting up those wolves, I can almost guarantee it. Yes, and I don't know about everybody else, but the idea of spending a couple of hours hacking apart fallen branches when you know perfectly well you could get ambushed at any point is not conducive to my sanity. Assuming I have any in the first place. There's the mine. There's the mine.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Yes, that's generally a good idea, isn't it? Oh, great. What? Why is it not letting me... Oh, it's no salt there. Is there? No, there isn't. That's why it's not. Okay, so that was a completely wasted trip. Lost. I could have sworn there was some. Well, that's infuriating. I'm gonna have to await events, I suppose. I did pick it all up here, didn't I? You want to bet the problem was that I actually...
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
I was so expecting to find what I wanted there. So what do you want to bet? The problem was that I didn't drop the salt outside the mine, so it didn't respawn. So much for that plan. Now I want the trader. Yeah, I know I did, but I thought the salt was supposed to respawn, and I had picked it up some time ago. Yeah, clearly. Let's see if, for the sake of argument, yes, I did. You mean from the rocks? Yes, I got that yesterday. I think. Yes, I did. Pretty certain I did. Misanthrope's hut's over there, so yeah, I got the salt from behind that island. Briefly. Now you've got me questioning my own. You may be correct. You may very well be correct. There's the moose. The moose spawned in. Well, that adds a wrinkle. Now, the interesting thing is going to be, can I shoot it from in there? Can I get on top of this? Excuse me a moment. Apologies. Hey, Prakash. How are you doing? Yeah, the funny thing is, I always check, nearly always check to see whether that creature is there. And here he is. Ooh, now. I wonder. Because he's there, you know that means I'm going to have to hunt it at some point. It's simply in a very, yeah. That is now in a very inconvenient position. Not there, per se. What? I'm going to guess when you say that, you mean actually from shooting it behind. Now it becomes a case of planning it. What time of day is it? Well, he's going to be there, so I could try a shot, couldn't I? Problem is, he's a bit far away for me to reliably hit with the bow. I could go get the rifle. Can't jump on the house. There's there used to be a house over there which would have been profoundly useful. Let me have a little look here. As long as he doesn't, because the other place you find him, and those most of you will know, that the other place you find it is actually down over there. Really? Oh, I have not had that experience with it. I mean, I don't actually... But here's the thing. I don't actually need him. Can it get me up here? That's the question. I think it probably can, can't it? If I take an arrow shot and I miss, I'm going to be very irritated. Yeah, I think it can get me here easily enough. Yeah, this is true. Especially if I'm doing some decorations. Yeah, that house was very handy when it was intact. Yes, I am. I've been eating bear, so I'd better be. So your proposal is that I take a shot here, then duck inside the... Getting a bit late in the day to start getting fancy with a moose hunt, to be honest with you. With the rifle, he's actually in range. I don't particularly want to get any closer. Well, I don't mind getting closer as long as I've got a way of protecting myself. Well, yeah, I'd be safe inside the tractor, obviously, but if I go in to get the rifle, of course, it'll despawn, won't it? Oh, here we go. Oh, what, the truck over here? Oops, went the wrong way. What, the back of this truck? Oh, behind the Quonset hut. Oh, this one. I don't know that I can get in. It's not going to let me get in, is it? Yeah, I can't get in it. Nope. Can't get in. Don't know that that's going to work as a plan. Oh, I thought you meant the back of the truck. Yeah, obviously getting inside any of the... This really requires the rifle, to be honest with you. didn't hit it. I would like to get my arrows back, but I knew what I was doing when I shot them at him, and I still have more than I started out with. And it ambled off over there, so... Not my day-to-day, is it? Those are the wolves from the lake, aren't they? They followed me. I want to be able to jump up and down and say, "Over here, Mr. Wolf." Here he comes. Thank you. Thank you, Chad. Well, that's 2 of them. And the moose has gone off. It's getting late enough that I think I'm just going to have to go in. Oh, there you are. There's the 3rd wolf. Yes, it's about a 20-second delay. I see the same thing. I once counted it down. I've timed it a few times. It's about 20 seconds. I've got no idea why. In fact, I don't have any latency specified. You can specify a delay on the streaming, and I don't have it set at all. And it still takes about 15 to 20 seconds-ish between me doing something here and YouTube showing it, and it's a lot faster. It's literally a couple of seconds for Twitch. Oh, wow. Well, that is probably due to. There's a lot of
Bring
reasons that could
cameras
be the
more.
case, to be honest. You. Um, I've never really had a problem with the way things
Getting a bit thirsty.
appear, either on YouTube or on Twitch, and I put it down to one, I have a sufficiently powerful computer that is capable of rendering of streaming at 60 frames a second, and secondly, I've got um, the bit rate set to maximum, which is 6,000 kilobits per second. That's about the highest I can specify for YouTube and Twitch, and it could just be that their internet connection is not that great. Um, I have a very similar. I think Twitch has the same kind of mod. Oh, um, that's not something I've tried. You would need a capture card, I'm guessing, because I don't see any way I could do it. If I had a PlayStation right now, um, I don't see how I could stream it directly. I would need a a capture card, and I'm assuming the capture card would go through the PC. It would then become an input source into something like OBS, and then you could stream it to Restream. If they were if they were streaming to two places from OBS with a mod, they would require um, if you, well, for example, right now I'm streaming at 6,000 kilobits per second. If I were to multicast myself, I would need 12,000 kilobits per second. I could probably do it because that's 2/3 of my upload bandwidth. But if their internet service is not reliable, that could cause problems. Plus, actually, that could work quite well. It would be an interesting thing to try. Hi, Chad. Where am I going? Where's the bedroom? What is life? Okay. Why haven't I dropped my wolf? Now, you got to bear in mind, I'm no expert. I can only sort of envisage how it would work. In terms of CPU performance or PC performance, I think all you would do was have, for OBS, have the capture card as an input source, a bit like a camera. And that would not be hugely demanding on the computer, I don't think. It would be less demanding than running a game and doing the capture, and as I am, doing a webcam all simultaneously. And the webcam, by the way, is capturing at 60 frames a second as well, so it's not trivial. So my guess is that particular person probably had internet-related issues rather than performance, although it depends on their computer. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. We'll find out. The last time I did this, the moose was still there in the morning. It didn't go away until I killed it. Yeah, it would depend on where you are. There are it depends. I know of situations where, for example, somebody from Sweden was connecting to a server, a Minecraft server, to play, and um, they ended up using a VPN to go via a different way, and that worked. Oh, poor fella. Yeah, he would definitely need to test his. I mean, first thing I would do would be test the internet service at regular times, find out if his upload speed is stable. That would be the first thing. Now, actually, it occurs to me too, depending on the resolution, he wouldn't need as much bandwidth as I do, because I assume he was streaming at 1080p, which is less than half the resolution I stream at. So, yeah. But if he's multicasting from OBS, then yeah, that would. I can sort of see how it should work. But no, that shouldn't matter. If he's using hardware encoding, but look, I can stream at 60 frames a second with software encoding. So, and I don't have a hugely powerful system. Unless he was trying to do something like stream 4K. Actually, you could. You would get a reduction in video quality. But there could be other aspects that I'm not considering. Um, all I can do is put together in my head how it would work. You got a capture card. The capture card becomes an input for OBS. So you would treat it essentially like a webcam almost. It would be a video capture device. Yeah, I would. Actually, that strikes me as being an interesting way of doing things. Because you're not having to run the game as well as stream. Not on the computer. The computer would just be streaming. So I would hope that it's not his computer. Yeah, I used to do software encoding until I realized I could switch to hardware encoding. The software encoding worked just fine. The only downside to it was it did run the computer quite hot. Um, but it worked. I worked with software encoding for nearly a year before I started getting a message up. And I thought, wait a second. Then I started investigating and realized I could switch to hardware encoding, which puts less of a strain on the CPU. But yeah, sorry, I could run around technical stuff in my head for some considerable time, and it would be of no help. I didn't know you were in Australia, Fallen Raven. Wow, we are covering the world here. England, Australia, Canada, United States. Well, Canada, United States qualifies as North America. Right. And I'm sorry, I'm going to have to take a potty break. So I will be back in a couple of minutes. Sorry about this. You're in the northeast of England, Eugene. Oh, that's interesting. You're probably just down the road from me. I'm in Lancashire. And yes, we do have a storm warning around at the moment. No, but we do get flooding. Hello, Riss. Welcome back. Let's grab the rifle. Here's my ammunition. Oh, wrong rifle. Was I using Barb's rifle? I was using Barb's rifle. It's a bit more. Yeah, he's right. We don't have terrible storms typically, but what you end up with is some flooding.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Well, he's not over there. Oh, there it is. It's right over there. It's on the road. How about that? See if I can find my arrows. Probably not. Anybody see any spare arrows lying around? Yeah, I should have paid more attention to where I put them. Oh well. Why do I get the feeling I'm likely to get trampled at any moment? Oh, brother. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, great. That was interesting. I mean, he clearly saw me, but maybe this is a safe place to plink him from. Where did it go? With the moose, I can safely say, where did he go? Not quite how I envisaged this live stream going today. India's always had a seem. Well, India has nuclear weapons, doesn't it? So, I mean, to be honest with you, when was the last time India? I mean, apart from your ongoing conflict over the Kashmir region, does India have any particular threats to it right now? Or at any point in the last 50 years? 60? Ah, there it is. Coming back. A little further than I would like. Where are you going, Mr. Moose? I mean, that's one good solid hit. Pretty certain. A little far. Oh, I haven't forgotten that. Ah, that's a valid point. I've forgotten about that. I'm not quite sure what some of the border conflicts are about. I mean, why does anybody want Kashmir? Apologies if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. I mean, it's not exactly the most welcoming region of the world. Oh, great. And we've got fog coming in. I could really not want to have fog. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, there we go. Oh, there it is. Oh, thank you. Oh, probably end up killing the moose at this rate. It's right behind that, isn't it? Oh. Good night, Fallen Raven. Sleep well. Have a good day tomorrow. Ah, now. Where did... Great. And that was the last we ever saw of it. Oh, there it is. How did I miss that? Oh, I see how I missed it. It was... There we go. Right. Three rounds. That wasn't too bad. Moose, it's what's for dinner. Now my concern is that bear's going to get interested, isn't it? So what we are going to do is quarter it, I think. Ah, look, there's my arrows. There's 2 of them at any rate. I did just find 2 of them. Yeah. And the 3rd one... Well, the 3rd one did make it run off. So I suppose it's not impossible that I actually hit it. But, right. I am going to be paranoid at this point. I am going to grab... I'm going to put the rifle away first. Grab some firewood. And... yeah, because that bear will advance... Yes, that... We've seen that bear when it smells something interesting come towards me while I was here. So I think I'm going to put this away.
This pack is
Save
getting
myself
heavy.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Okay. Cost me 3 rounds of ammunition. I mean, that's positively not bad. All I need now is some suitable pallets. Great. Have I used up all the pallets around here? I think I have, haven't I? And it's going to be...
I'm carrying much more.
Yeah, somehow I think putting a fire down is going to be a bad idea. Where did the moose go? Anybody see a dead moose anywhere? You're kidding me. Have I gone insane? Am I looking straight at it and it's simply not there? Oh, there it is. Okay. Here we go. It's here. How long to quarter this monster? I don't think it's gonna let me light a fire, is it?
Come on. Come on. Perfect. This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Ah, wrong way. Wonder if I can drop any of this gear. Yes, that's not an experience we've had in this country. Going after our own. Well, no, actually, if you went after honey in this country, the beekeeper would probably not be happy with you, because I think all our honeybees. No, not all our honeybees. I don't think honeybees are indigenous to the United Kingdom. Until the introduction of honeybees, all our native bees were basically bumblebees and something similar. Just going to drop this somewhere where I can pick it up.
I'm not gonna be able to carry this load for much longer.
Sorry about that.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Well, I guess I know what I'm doing next. At the very least, harvesting all that meat. Well, I have had so much luck with moose in this game. It's ridiculous. Not one of them has required me to shoot it to pieces. The first moose was a one-shot. The second moose... Hang on. Yeah, the second moose was, what, 3 shots? I think. And that was with a bow. And this one was 3 shots, including one the previous day. So, yeah. I think I've got... I think I've ended up getting critical hits on all moose hunts. And it is 3 moose hunts, isn't it? I think it's 3 moose hunts. Now I'm curious. Oh, 4! I've killed 4 moose? I don't think I've actually had to shoot any of them to bits. Have I? No, I don't think... No, I don't think the one on... That's right, that's where the other hide is. It's in Desolation Point, isn't it? And I don't think I had to shoot that one multiple times. Well, I had to shoot it more than once, but I mean, it still didn't take 5 shots. And I have done moose hunts where it took 5 shots, so I've been remarkably lucky. So at the very least, I got to harvest that lot tomorrow. I hope I get some salt. Oh, so much to hope for. Oh, please. The game's doing its ominous music thing. I've had that moose spawn in both times I've been here. During Voyager, it spawned in, and now. So yeah, had it both times. And I understand it is a rare spawn, so yes, I've been lucky.
Night is coming.
I can't claim any great skill here.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
What do you mean it's getting heavy? You just shot a moose. Be grateful. Well, he's not the only one. Don't forget. I've seen the Quonset hut moose in 2 separate runs. I should say I haven't seen one twice in the same run. But this time round, I saw the moose near the ranger station in Mystery Lake twice. So twice? Yeah, twice. Oh yeah, bee allergies can be a terrible thing. Um, what's what's worse about bee allergies is you can be stung by a bee and have no problems at all, and you can then develop the allergy in between bee stings, so the next bee sting could kill you. I mean, I've never been stung by a honeybee. I've been stung by a bumblebee. I had a bumblebee get caught behind my glasses once when I was a kid, and it stung me on the eyelid. That wasn't fun. And I've been stung by wasps a few times. But never by a honeybee. Which is really funny because when I was living in Arizona, I came across Africanized honeybees. That was slightly nerve-wracking. No, looks like I'm not going to get a late night. Oh, hang on. Look at that. I've got scurvy risk. Wonderful. Back to eating fish. Yes, bees kill quite a number of people every year as a result of it. It's not a joke. Need water as well.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
'92? Oh my goodness. Wasn't paying sufficient attention. Now, if any of you 94 viewers would care to leave a like and a subscribe, that would be awfully helpful. Yeah, I haven't seen that as a trade yet, but but it's something I look out for. But I do still have pinnacle peaches, so I know those do tolerably well. Well, I'm not about to run out of animal fat anytime soon, I guess. $215, 220 days, something like that. I'm getting up. Yeah. It's my second longest run ever, for what it's worth. I'm not being...
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
It's typical, isn't it? I spend all this time doing things with smelly animals, and that bear has decided it's really not going to show up. I'm not... Yeah. I mean, that would be a bit excessive if that bear showed up now. I mean, I'd have to spend a lot of time cooking. And I really want to stick some of this so that it can be cured. Oh, actually, I need to check, don't I? To check the progress on the other stuff. I can't remember how long this takes. Yeah, 97%. Okay, so I'm going to be able to refill that.
This gear.
I think this is the biggest animal I've killed so far. Oh, I don't know. The other moose was probably of similar size. No, definitely not. I didn't get this lucky during my Voyager run. In my Voyager runs, I always seem to be perpetually about to run out of food. This time, I've been, I say, remarkably lucky. No, shit. I won't. No. I suppose, I don't know, have I been lucky or just... I mean, that bear, twice, arriving in this general area, yeah, that was lucky. This bear is an easy kill. This moose isn't too bad. Let's see if I can find my other arrow. I have a suspicion I might actually have hit it, because all 3 arrows should have been in more or less the same spot, which was pretty much around here. And I never found the 3rd one in the same area, and I think those 2, the 2 that I picked up, went long. So the other one... The other arrow may well have simply fallen off somewhere. Like over here. Here's my 3rd arrow. I did miss. I've got all my arrows back except for the one that's stuck in a wolf somewhere. It's a shame you can't use moose skin in place of deer skin in the game. That would be handy, as a matter of fact. Anybody see any dead blobs on the ice? I've never done that. Well, no, not 100 days later. That's the other dead moose. Dead moose. The other dead moose. That's the dead wolf. Thank you, crows. I've got maybe a day of safety in this immediate area. And there's my arrow. Got all my arrows back. Well, apart from the two that got carried off by the other wolves that I never found. So somewhere out there might be a couple of spare arrows lying around on the ice. Shut up, stomach. My stomach's growling at me for some reason. Oh, there's still one over there. You know, I can't. Yeah, that's. Yes, that's I can certainly understand that. I'm sorry? Anybody got any story of what? Unneutralin? I have no idea what you mean by that, I'm afraid. What, from real life? No.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Yeah, you've said before. I think you might remember my response to that as well. 99% cured. And then I can start shoving other bits of meat in there. I find the real world fantastic enough. Something that I always sends shivers down my spine is this. All the atoms in your body were born in the heart of a star. All elements in the universe up to iron, which includes all the elements or nearly all of the elements in us, were born in the form of stellar nucleosynthesis in the heart of a star. And when that star exploded, went nova, all those atoms, all the atoms that make up most of our Earth, and all the atoms in your body were scattered into the universe, and then they later formed to build our planet, our solar system, and our sun, and then us. And as Carl Sagan said, we are stardust. And when we die, and when our sun engulfs us, and if our sun sheds its outer layer, all those atoms that make up us are going to get redistributed back into the universe to repeat that cycle again. See, that's the kind of story I like, and that sends shivers down my spine every time I think about it. I think that's fantastic. No, reality will still be reality. I'll bear that in mind. Come on! Just a little bit more, please. Come on, click over to that 100%. Who? Carl Sagan. Yeah. Well, it gets worse than that. Almost all the hydrogen and helium in the universe was formed during the early expansion of the universe, in what is known as a Big Bang nucleosynthesis. The universe is comprised mostly of hydrogen and helium, about 74% hydrogen, 25% helium. The rest of it was formed in the heart of a star, with the exception possibly of a tiny little bit of lithium. But elements heavier than iron are formed during supernovas and things like neutron star collisions. So all the elements heavier than iron are formed that way, and you can actually see it happening. You can look at a supernova and see through spectrography, you can see the elements in there. I need to I am actually going to take a quick break. Don't worry, we're not done yet. Too much coffee since early this morning. It's always too much coffee since early this morning. So I will be back in a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere, please. Actually, it occurs to me, to the to everybody watching, if you prefer Twitch, I am currently streaming on Twitch as well. If you want to go over there and follow me on that, because that's your preference, please do. You can find me over there as, hang on a second. Oops, I can't spell. Hang on a second. There we go. And everything I stream on YouTube is also streamed on Twitch simultaneously. So if you prefer that, go ahead. I almost always simulcast. That is YouTube and Twitch simultaneously. Right. What am I doing? I am waiting to stuff a meat curing box with moose or bear. Come on. If I keep going backwards and forwards, I need to find somewhere to put my... I almost said something that somebody like Anna would misconstrue deliberately for the sake of humor. I need to find some place where I can store my cured meat. Well, rather amusingly, it occurred to me during my Warframe live stream that as I have actually made revenue yesterday, technically I am being paid to be a streamer, which arguably makes me a professional. Because the difference between an amateur and a professional is that the professional is paid and the amateur is not. Oops, wrong way. I think what you are thinking of as AI right now is it's, from what I've been able to see, modern AI isn't so much as AI. It's not the AI that I studied when I was I studied artificial intelligence back in the late 80s. And what we're seeing with Siri and similar systems is not the AI we studied. In some respects, the AI that there's so many different levels. Siri is almost like, basically it's a search engine. It's a highly advanced search engine, but it's a search engine. The AI you see when you do a Google search is basically a search engine. The AI that's used to create books and images is probably a slightly different story. And I'm not familiar enough with that to properly comment on it, to be honest. Come on, just a little bit more. Yeah, it's a bit of a joke, really, but I'm just walking backwards and forwards, waiting for the meat to cure. Oh, I know. I can just spend an hour and do nothing, can't I? Oh, I need to create... Yeah, I'll sleep because I'm going to be spending... I can try something for you, depending on what you would like me to try. Yes. Oh, except that one lone bit. Are you kidding me? Oh well, I can start putting stuff in.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
I don't know, but I can certainly try. I think that's all my bear, isn't it? Oh, not quite.
Man, this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Huh. I don't think I've got anything that's ruined, but I can certainly give it a try. Give me a second. Right. Let me see. Do I have anything that's ruined? Don't think so. No. Nope. No, I don't have anything particularly ruined. Close, but no cigar.
I'm not sure I can carry much more. I don't know what the timeline is necessarily for nanotechnology. I wonder if I can drop any of this gear. For some reason, it's not something I necessarily particularly follow. I don't worry too much about AI. We'll adjust to it. Right now, of course, there's a lot of furor. Yes, people are misusing it and this kind of thing. But we'll adjust. It'll get integrated and we'll carry on. Nanotechnology, yeah, that's an interesting subject. There's enough science fiction writers have dealt with potential. Well, science fiction has dealt with the potential risks of artificial intelligence and nanotechnology. Nanotechnology, not so much, strangely. Excuse me. But the concept of the grey goo, that is where the entire world is sort of taken over by uncontrolled, rapidly reproducing nanomachines, has been around for quite some time. I'm trying to remember who was tackled quite some interesting concepts on that. It was Ben Bova, I think. He discussed quite a bit about nanotechnology, potential threats, how it might be seen, that kind of thing. But I think we're a long way off where people think we are. The idea that you'd be able to sort of, take a bunch of nanomachines and program them to build a house on Mars. I think we're a long way off from that. I don't think AI has actually advanced. When you bear in mind, I was studying what is essentially the groundwork for what is modern AI, sort of, vaguely. I was studying AI in the 80s, and a lot of the concepts, I think, that were around back then are sort of coming to fruition now. And we're talking 40 years, nearly 40 years later. And it's just starting to get to a certain point. And like I say, a lot of what we're seeing, I'm not enough in touch with the AI scene to really properly comment on it. To be honest, what we're seeing in the public view is actually fairly limited in scope compared with how people have considered the potential future. We're a long way from sticking artificial intelligence into a robot and having a walking, talking humanoid robot with full AI. I think we're a long way from that. Although that's going to cause some ethical dilemmas at that point. I would be amazed if we see anything like that in my lifetime. But then there is that does raise an interesting point, and again, science fiction has addressed this somewhat. If we ever did, oh yeah, have a good day. See you later, Anna. Thank you very much for your support. I can't remember what I was going to say now. Oh, yes. This has been sort of addressed. If you end up with an artificial intelligence in a humanoid robot, there are going to become ethical questions about using them.
Are they slaves? There's a risk that we could start essentially creating slaves. And then there's going to be questions about the sentience of AI. And that's going to be a very difficult question to answer. Anyway, have a great day, Anna. Yeah, because actually your timing is pretty good, because I need to think about lunch, start thinking about lunch now. Well, this day did not turn out as expected. I genuinely thought I'd have that second meat curing box. But at least I've got stuff I can stick in it. There are still people in the world who think that animals can't feel pain, can't feel emotions, and that essentially they're flesh robots, and that when they act as if they're feeling pain, it's not real. And it's a very small leap to say, if you have a human, an android, that apparently is feeling pain and apparently is feeling emotions, at what point are we going to accept that that might be real? It's an interesting challenge. Have a good day, Anna.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Right, and actually, I'm going to say my goodbyes, because yeah, I am actually going to have to head out and get lunch and get on with the rest of my day. So, as Anna has been saying, I will be back. My next live stream is at 7 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Long Dark will be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. And if you are subscribed, or if you're up early enough, you may well receive a notification very early tomorrow morning, typically around 3 a.m. or 5 a.m. my time. In the meantime, I hope you all have a great day. Thank you very much for watching. I haven't checked, but thank you to anybody who has left a like or even subscribed. Trying to think what I normally say at this point. I hope you all have a great day. Take care of yourselves. Be excellent to one another. Feel free to go over to Discord and share cat pictures and recipes. I will see you all next time.